6.1, 6.2f. Here's another example. Now remember we had talked about y equals f of x and z equals fxy. So when they give you a problem like this, it just means z equals, you can think of it that way, 3 times the quantity 4x minus 2y minus 9 cubed. F of xy equals 3 times the quantity 4x minus 2y minus 9 cubed. Okay? Find fx, fy, the partial derivative with respect to x and the partial derivative with respect to y. Okay, so the partial derivative with respect to x is just going to be x is the variable. Here's our variable, here's our constant. We're still going to do the same thing and bring this 3 down, so we get 9. 4x minus 2y minus 9, take away 1 gives us 2. Then we take the derivative of the inside, remembering that y is a constant. So we'll only have this times 4, because these will equal 0. So we have 36, 4 times 9 is 36, 4x minus 2y minus 9 squared. Okay, we're going to find the partial derivative with respect to y. Okay, remember y is the variable, x is the constant. We're still going to bring down the 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 4x minus 2y minus 9 squared. And then when we take the derivative on the inside, the y is the variable. These turn to 0, so we just have minus 2. So our answer here is negative 18. 4x minus 2y minus 9 squared. Okay, so I just wanted to point out that this means the same thing as this. Again, more terminology with symbols. All right, same thing here. If I put 3, 4, it just means, okay? So let's do another problem. You're learning a lot today, aren't you? Okay, so here's an example. We have z equals 3x squared plus 4y squared plus xy. Okay, here's the question. Find the partial derivative with respect to x, find the partial derivative with respect to y, find the partial derivative with respect to x at point 0, 1, find the partial derivative of y at the point 0, 1. Okay. Partial derivative with respect to x. X is the variable, y is a constant. We have 3x squared, so we have 6x. This is 0, and this is x is the variable, so this is just y. So our answer is 6x plus y. Let's go ahead and put in this point now. I'm going to put a 0 there. Put a 1 in the y, so it's just 1. Let's do the next one. Okay, y is the variable. We look over here, this is constant, so that's just 0. Y is the variable. We have 8y. Y is the variable plus x. So we have 8y plus x. Now we're going to find the point. By putting the point in, y gets a 1 and x gets a 0. 8. Very good. Okay, let's go a little bit more. Okay, what we just looked at, I just want to clarify. Z equals f of x, y. Okay. What is z for 0, 1? Well, remember in our problem, we said z equals 3x squared plus 4y squared plus xy. So now we can find z, our third point, by putting in 0 and 1. 1, 4, just 4. So our point of our tangent lines that we just found, z is 4, so we have x is 0, y is 1, and z is 4. Okay? All right. Now, we've been working in with three-dimensional graphs. Okay? We've been working with three-dimensional graphs. In theory, all right, we can have a fourth dimension. Okay, now, in your homework, they label a point as f, a function as f, y, and lambda. Instead of z, they just put lambda, okay? This is called lambda. It's a Greek letter, okay? So let's look at an example. F, y, lambda equals 4x minus lambda times parentheses 2x plus 3y minus 5. All right, I'm going to simplify this first before I go on and start taking partial derivatives. Okay, so go ahead and simplify that. And now we're going to take partial derivatives. X is the variable, everything else is constant. X is a variable, we're left with a 4. Everything else is constant. Everything else is constant, 0 and 0. So there's our answer for partial derivative with respect to x. All right, now here, y is the variable. Everything else is constant. So this goes away, that's 0. This is 0. And this is negative lambda 3. And this is 0. Okay, let's do the last one. Partial derivative with respect to lambda. Now lambda is our variable. Okay, lambda is our variable, so this is constant. That goes away. Lambda is our variable, so we have negative 2x is our constant that comes out. Lambda is a variable, so we have negative 3y. Lambda is a variable, so we have plus 5.